Hello and welcome back viewers to the channel At Ease No Media, where we discuss media related topics at ease. And in the second episode of the series Advertising, we will be studying about consumer behavior. So let's directly move into the screen.
Talking about advertising consumer behavior, knowing about consumer behavior is a very essential part. So now in this video we will be discussing about consumer behavior, and the key points of today's discussion are introduction, attitudes of the consumer, factors influencing the consumer behavior, roles people play in the context of consumer behavior, and the steps how the consumer behaves. And finally we will be talking about the individual determinants, how the consumer actually behaving, and lastly we will be concluding with the nature and types of purchase. So all these key points are related with consumer behavior, and consumer behavior is related with advertising, which benefits the advertisers. Now we will be talking about the introduction part. Now if we split the heading consumer behavior, it is the behavior of the consumer regarding the purchase decision. Now according to Lewden and Bitta, the famous author of consumer studies, and they have stated that consumer behavior is a decision process and physical activity which individual engages in when evaluating, acquiring, using or disposing of goods and services. That means by this definition it means it's a decision process, right, by physical activities of making a purchase for service or for any goods. So the clubbing the decision process along with the physical activities, it is the product of consumer behavior. So the main key element of consumer behavior is that it's a decision process and a physical activity. Now its study is how individual consumer group or organizations select, buy, use and disposes idea, goods and services to satisfy their needs and wants. So before buying anything, the consumer wants to satisfy their needs so that they buys any product or services. The main reason behind the needs and wants must be cleared in the very first introductory part. So consumer behavior depending on the needs and wants. When it comes to needs, then consumer behaves in a certain way, and when it comes to wants, then the consumer behaves in certain another way. So as a advertisers, from the point of view of advertisers, the things must be clear that when the advertisers is selling something which the consumer wants, that means it's the fact of greed, it's not the fact of need. So we know the basic difference between need and wants. Greed and need, both are different, but from the point of view of advertisers, they must persuade the audiences, persuade the target customer to make the maximum sale of their products. So in advertising, this part, consumer behavior, is a must knowing subject, is a very essential and very vital part. So the main part is that consumer behavior, decision process of the customers, decision process of the individuals, consumers, and so that they can satisfy their needs and wants. Clear? Now we will be moving to the next point. Attitudes. It means the manner which the consumer conducts himself in a particular marketing situations. So we know that attitude is everything, be it for individual perspective or be it for organizational goal. So the attitude of individual consumers must be studied. From the point of view of advertisers, this attitude thing must be pre-planned or be studied, so we can imagine how the consumers are behaving, and we must know the attitudes of the consumer regarding their purchase decision. So while talking about advertisement, attitude is a must-need part. Just like understanding the consumer behavior, with consumer behavior it comes the attitude. Attitude is the integrated part of consumer behavior, right? So attitude is not always a negative approach. Attitude is also can be in a positive way. Now what is attitude? What is consumer's attitude? Now it means the manner in which the consumer conducts himself in particular marketing situation. Consumer behavior is largely the result of the consumer's attitude. How they are behaving, how their attitude is towards a particular product, towards a particular service. These things must be clear with the advertisers. Now attitudes influences behavior. If it's a positive attitude, then the purchase is more. If it's a negative attitude, then the purchase is less. Very much simple, and it's a psychological aspect. Attitude is itself a psychological psychological aspect which governs the advertising process. Attitude governs advertising process. Attitude is the integrated part of the consumer behavior. Clear? Attitude, integrated part of consumer behavior. Attitude governs the psychological process. So these are all interrelated. Now the advertisers. Let's talk from the point of view of the advertisers. The advertisers must know how the consumer's attitude and how they are behaving. So who are consumers and what is their attitude regarding a particular product? Second question, the advertisers must know that why they behave in a manner they do. Why a particular consumer is behaving positively for a product and behaving negatively for a product. So how this thing we will determine? This thing will be determined with the help of survey. Though advertising is a one-way communication, but there are also surveys. They also conduct surveys. It's a late process, but the advertisers must know their consumers. The advertisers must know the behavior, why the particular consumers are behaving in any certain way. The third point the advertisers must know is that the influencers, who is influencing their behavior. Is it the opinion leader, or is it the media, or is it the personal any man or any woman who is influencing them by person? So these three things must be cleared for the advertiser. And lastly, the fourth point the advertisers must know about the consumer's attitude is that the advertisers must keep a track on the influencers and how the influencers are exploiting the consumers. So to put it simple and straight, that means attitude, we know the meaning of attitude. That means the consumer's behavior and how the consumer is behaving or reacting to a certain product. And this four must known point or must known question must be clear to the advertisers who are producing the advertisement. That is, who are consumer, that means who are the actual target audiences. The second point, why they are behaving in that manner. Third point, who is influencing them. And the fourth point, how they are influenced, so they can exploit the influencers. Now we will be moving on to the next part. The factors influencing consumer behavior. So what are the factors that influences the consumer behavior? They are the market factors, the personal factors, the psychological factors, the situational factor, the social factor, and lastly the cultural factor. So what are these? These factors are market factors. That means the behavior is determined by the market situation, the market fluctuations, the products available in the market. So talking about the market factors, it means everything related with the current market situations. Now the personal factor. The personal can be influenced by the family, by friends, by their personal choice, by their personal taste and preferences. And the psychological factors is completely depending on the psychology part, on their mental approach, on the mental behavior for a particular subject, for a particular product, particular goods and services. Situational part, that means as a student of communication, we all know that the psychological part, the situational part, we have read the model spiral of silence. That means to keep our existence, to be accepted in the society, we must follow some norms, some regulations, we must be updated. So that is the situational part, the situational needed part. So in the very first video we have talked about the need and want. So need is separate part and want is separate part. So influence can be any customer, any consumer can be influenced from the basis of the needs and from the basis of the wants. So when it comes to wants, it's a psychological part, that I want this particular X product. If I get the X product, I will be happy. If I don't get the X product, I will be sad. So that's the psychological concept. And the situational concept is that suppose I am not having a smartphone right now. That means the society, will this society accept me? That's completely depending on the situational part. So situational part, that means to cope up with the ongoing society, some changes is a must need. Talking about the social part, the social part and situational part are correlated. And the culture means the taste and preferences, the cultural society, the critical political economy, the culture, the taste of individuals. So these are the main factors. The market, personal, psychological, situational, social and cultural are the main factors which influences the consumer behaviors. So these steps, the listed things, the market, personal, psychological, situational, social and cultural influences the consumer behavior. It's very simple. Now talking about the next part, that is the roles people play in the context of consumer behavior. Now people, who are the people? Minded viewers, the advertisers mainly focus on the role or behavior of the buyers. They are not interested for the point of view of the producers. The behavior, the consumer behavior, as we are discussing the consumer behavior, the advertisers are only concerned with the buyers. So the role buyers play in the context of consumer behavior. First type of buyer is the initiator. That means the person who really needs something, then he will be buying some product. That means it's a need, some basic need. Suppose I am not having a particular copy, I am not having a notebook. So it is very much needed for me to buy a notebook and to take notes. And then comes the influencer. I am having a notebook, but it's not a branded notebook. It's a local Dista notebook. So I saw an influencer, a friend of mine, who is using a classmate notebook. So the psychological aspect, as we have discussed in the previous slide, the psychological influence, the psychology will influence me to buy that particular product. That means my emotion, my intelligence will be hijacked by my emotion, and my intelligence will be provoked by my emotion to buy that particular product. And at that particular point of time, I won't be able to distinguish, I won't be able to differentiate the need and my greed. So these things, from the point of view of advertisers, it is called the influencer. That means the particular person who influences others to buy a particular product. Finally, we're talking about the buyers, the one who actually makes the purchase. This is a kind of consumer behavior, that means the buyers who is actually purchasing it. So influencer is something, I am planning to buy something. I am planning to buy a classmate notebook. I haven't made any purchase yet. And I will be called a buyer when I will finally purchase that particular product. Fine. Now the last part is the user who is ultimately consuming the product. So as we have discussed earlier, that the consumer behavior is based on a thinking process and a physical activity, right? So the thinking process, if we divide this slide into two separate parts, the first two part is the initiator and the influencer is a kind of thinking part, and buyer and user is a kind of physical activity. How? Because initiator, I need a notebook. As the example, I am repeating the example, I need a notebook, so I have to purchase it. It's a need for me. After that, I am deciding that which notebook I should buy, Should I buy a white notebook or a ruled notebook? So I got influenced by someone. After that, I became the buyer by purchasing that particular product. And finally, I used it and I consumed it. So viewers, I repeat, the advertisers mainly focus on the role of the behavior of the buyers, only buyers. They are not at all aware of the producers. They only determine the behavior, the attitude, the consumer's behavior about the buyers. So now we will be moving on to the next slide. That is the steps related to consumer behavior. Now the very first step is that the consumer recognizes his needs, his unfulfilled needs. The advertisers is not at all aware of their needs and wants. The main motto, the main objective of the advertisers is to increase their sale, right? They are not at all aware. They will make you purchase by persuading you, or or any mean, they will just make their product available to you. They will just increase your greed. Be it in terms, be it you genuinely need it or not. They are not at all aware of your needs and wants. So the first step from the point of view of consumers' behavior, from the consumer's purchasing behavior, is that the consumer first of all must recognize his or her unfulfilled needs. That means the wish list. So in the digital marketing platforms like Flipkart, Amazon, and whatever it may be, so we make wish list, right? So the consumer at the very beginning, they makes a wish list. After making the wish list, they research the product. The second step is that information research and evaluation. Suppose I want a smartphone, so I don't think I will go to a shop and I bring a smartphone at home. It's not that simple. I will do more research on it, because it is determined and it involves a huge amount of investment, right? So I'm not talking about the elite class people, I'm just talking about the middle class people. So the consumer behavior, the consumer is related with many types of people, right? Not only the consumer is it's an anonymous group, and it involved a lot number of consumers. So talking about the lot number of consumers, the anonymous consumer, the main focus will be of two parts. That means the first step, the recognizing of the unfulfilled needs. The second step is the research part. Now how they research? They research by a deliberate and prolonged dedicated way. They rely on the past experiences. They seek information from external environment, from friends, shopkeepers and advertisements. So before making any purchase, any individual, any consumer makes a good deal of research. So from the point of view of advertisers, we must know the consumer's behavior. The consumer not easily makes any purchases. First they recognize their needs. After that they makes decision. They makes a good amount of research. After doing that research, they buys any product. So as we are studying advertisement, it's very much needed to understand the consumer's pattern of thinking. So when we are done with the pattern of thinking, we know the consumer thinks in two basic broad steps. First, they identify their problems, they develop their needs, they develop their wants. After developing their wants, they do a little bit research. After completing their research, they makes any purchase decision. With the second point, it comes the individual determinants. Not everyone is same, not everyone's taste and preferences are same, right? So the individuals are having individual purchase decision. So from the point of view of the advertisers must know the consumer's individual differences. It's not that person A likes mango, person B will be also liking mango. So from the advertiser's point of view, they must consider every alternative, every approaches. So it has been seen that in the same family, members are choosing different types of products. That means suppose I like Indian food, whereas my own sister likes Chinese food. So the same family's different members choose different products according to their own taste and preferences. So this taste and preferences, the advertisers must know that not every family, not every member, not every individual likes every product. So why do they show variations? Though the same family environment, though they are living in the same family environment, why these variations? The answer may be because of their individual motivation, because of their involvement, because of their different attitudes, because of their self-developed concepts, because of their personality, their learning, their memory, or their information processing. So taking the example of the Indian food and Chinese food, my individual motivation, I might be liking Indian food due to my individual motivation. My sister is liking Chinese food due to her own individual motivation. My involvement to the Indian culture, maybe it's her involvement to the Chinese food, Chinese culture. Maybe it's my attitude towards Indian culture, Indian food. Maybe it's her attitude towards Chinese food. So it's a bit complex part. So every individuals are having individual determinants. How they are having individual determinants? Being in the same family, we are not same. We are different in terms of choosing our product. So this is the main point of the individual motivation, the involvement, the attitudes towards the product. We have discussed attitude part in the previous slide. So the self concept, the personality, the learning, and the most important part is that the memory and the information processing. Alright, so now we will be moving on to the next part, that is the nature of the type of purchase. So we are clear with the previous parts, right? So after that we will be discussing about the types of purchase. Mainly the types of purchase are of three types. That means the RR, that means the routine response behavior, the LPS, that means the limited problem solving behavior, and the EPS, that means the extended problem solving behaviors. So what is RR, what is LPS, and what is EPS? RR actually deals with the low amount products, the regular use product, the routine product. That means the body soap, the toothpaste. We are having wide variety of this type of products, the Pepsi, 7up and all. And the LPS deals with a bit of confusing part because there are a lot more brands available in the market. So it's the limited problem solving behavior. What to choose? Which product to choose? Is Maggi good or is Yippee good? The new or unfamiliar brands provides additional information over here. That means Maggi is providing us with noodles and ready-made 2 minutes noodles, and Yippee is providing us with 2-minute ready-made noodles, plus it's giving us extra benefits with the extra vegetables, extra processed vegetables. So these are the involvement, these are the unfamiliar brand, these are the informations which is more to be discussed, more to be strong before buying any product. So now talking about the extended problem solving product or the EPS problem solving behavior of the consumer. Nature of type of purchase, this is the third type of purchase, that means the new product category, that extensive information is needed on both product category, product with high prices. As I have discussed, to buy a pen or to buy a razor is pretty much simple, but EPS deals with the extended problem solving behavior of the consumer, which involves a huge amount of money and which involves a huge amount of choices, specifications. That means the best example in today's world and in our generation is that buying any smartphone. So we are having a huge amount of available options in the market. So which brand to choose is determined by our own taste and preferences and by our own purchasing process. So viewers, this is it with the video Consumers Behavior, where we discuss the introduction, the attitudes of the consumer behaviors, the factors influencing consumer behaviors, roles, steps, individual determinants, and finally with this, the nature of the types of purchase.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Please support @ease no media.